Well, make sure that you guys stay as cool as you stay safe. That's the best that I can say. Like, shove your heads in your refrigerator if you have to, I guess. But stay alive. Stay not dying of heat. Also, yes, Miraca, roads can, like, if it happens in the US here too, where if the temperatures can get too high, like dangerously high, asphalt can buckle. It happens a lot in places like Arizona. Tarmac and asphalt don't handle heat well, no. Absolutely do not walk on it under any circumstances. Yeah. Yeah. Itropic. I assume you're also dying of the heat wave. That's what we're talking about. The crazy, stupid heat. Didn't mean to click on that. Well, you said tomorrow's supposed to be the peak heat, so it's supposed to go down after tomorrow, right? I hope. Imagine they use different materials for their roads in countries that, or I imagine they use different roads for, or materials for the roads in countries that commonly have these temps. Yeah, but to be fair, there's only so much that you can do to protect against it. With global warming continuing to make things worse and worse, even places like Arizona are going to struggle. So I have no idea what I'm doing with this. Big dipole and fences will appear across the area through a shaded rope. Like, am I just playing Splatoon? Is that what this is? I've always said if I was financially able to, I would move to a colder country. But here we are. 2 never lets. Aha! What am I doing? You guys are blue. Or purple.
On me.
Oh, they follow me! Oh, I thought I was guiding them.
On me.
I figured it out. No, the orange ones get pushed. What the fuck is going on?
On me. On me. On me.
Thanks.
On me.
They're basically just stealing them from other people. Herded the highest number of paintballs into matching zones. Completed the challenge. I am so confused by that event. Yeah, it'd likely be Scandinavian lands for me too. North of Scotland seems to do okay as well. There's only one place in Britain that's equipped to deal with this heat. Gibraltar. Well, yeah, because they're near the equator, right? I don't know. It would probably be one of those that if I could move to warmer or to colder places, I would move to some place cold for the summer, like Scandinavia or Canada or something. And then during the summer or during the winter, move somewhere warmer. I see a low one over there.
Yeah. Huh? On me.
Plus side to Varka. He has such a gigantic fucking hitbox that it's really easy.
Yeah.
Ah, this Varessa's good. Damn it.
On me. Huh? Yeah. Huh?
Ah, I got stuck on the fence. I don't even know where I am on the ranking. I'm just being a pest. There we go.
Huh?
Ah.
On me.
Shit. Hi, Don. How you doing? Hard as high as numbered. Let's go. Okay, I won. I just like these events that are kind of co-op, but also competitive at the same time if you want the points.
Ready in every occasion.
Eh. I prefer just either just straight on team effort or PvP. This one's weird. Like generally I don't mind the PvP point based whatever. It's just that this particular event is kind of strange. I noticed the competition from the point it gives, and I felt stolen from. Never really felt like I was fully competing with the other players, if I'm honest. Hell, I even helped wrangle some of the things when they got stuck. Nah, I'm very competitive, so I'm absolutely going for stealing from them. I do see, like, I noticed they don't have an active leaderboard, so you cannot tell if you're winning until it's done.
Huh? On me.
And even then, I only assume that I won because I'm the only one who didn't get a, completed the challenge. I didn't get a participation award.
Huh? On
Oh,
me.
okay. Thanks.
Huh?
Thanks. Ah!
On me.
I'm not the only one going for the thefts. Again, having Varka with the largest hitbox in the game seems to be beneficial. Yes, fight each other. Oh, wait!
On me. On me.
Well, that didn't go nearly as well. Aha! I still win! The participation award is basically the one saying that you participated, though. Yeah. I mean, hey, points are points. But also, I care about winning. I'm a competitive son of a bitch. Cool. Oh, do I gotta bounce him? Did I see that right? Hop onto the paint blast trampoline to bounce. Oh. Interesting. Oh, I'm definitely gonna struggle on this one.
On me.
I was not expecting Dia to come flying in from out of nowhere.
On me. On me. On me.
Woo! I exploded them.
On me. On me.
Ah, let's go. Did I win that? No, I don't think I did. Converted the most balls via paint blast trampoline. Highest. Okay, so Nox was the winner. Damn. All right. Had a bad score on this one as well, and this is the one that would have been awesome if people cooperated and counted for everyone and such. Yeah, that makes sense. Just notice there isn't a cat. You are correct. Oops. Apparently, I forgot to hit enter. Appreciate it. Cool. Maxed out the scores, so all that matters in this one is participation. I don't know. This event was just okay. Oops.
On me.
I don't even know why I'm trying. You know what? The points don't particularly matter to me. I'm not going to bother going for win. I've got everything that I need. What does this do? Oh, there's a wind. Whee! Oh, it's cycling through them all. I see. Stay away from my babies! But I also can't not compete.
On me.
I don't know. I don't fully understand this event.
On me.
Like the mechanics of the little guys and whatnot. What's awful is that during this heat wave on Saturday, Pokemon is a big event you really got to go outside for. Involves raiding. Pokemon Go. God, I haven't played Pokemon Go in like a month and a half. Problem is, I don't I don't go out very much. Nope. They're mine. I completed the challenge. Figured I'd let the others get more of the points. There we go. Woo! I did it. Sorry, Bennett, but I truly do not care. Cool. Is that enough for me to get Lowen? Or at the very least, I would like C6 Mika. I'm one Mika constellation away. Nope. Still nothing. Ah. God, I hate so much that it detects these money chests. Like, I need the Mora. But also, I want actual
On
chests
me.
for the primos and the sigils. Hi, Serge. How you doing today? How was your Thursday? Wah. I love that the penguin's defense mechanism is just hyperinflate. Become ball. Where's Don? I want to say hi. Don is probably driving. He probably said that he had to drive home and I missed it. Woo!
Keep up. Yeah.
Hey. God, I've been spoiled by the nod cry compasses.
On me.
Whee! Oh, it's up above. What do you mean it's up? Oh, it's up there. Well, they canceled the official exam, so now I gotta go look for a job. Oh! Gross. Don did say BRB earlier. Ah, okay. I missed that. Let's see. Oops. This looks like something from Nod Cry. Also, did you beat Lost Lace? Yes, I did. It took me 40 minutes to beat her, but I beat her. Woo!
Huh?
Gotta love Varka's ability. Was it down here? Oh, there it is. Better than my P2 run. Spent 30 minutes just practicing. My practice is throwing myself at it repeatedly. Beating my head against a brick wall until it gives.
Try to keep up.
Take that. What's my exploration progress? 92%. Huh. Maybe it's in Gweetsley Ridge? This is basically just going to be the rest of stream, is me running around looking for chests, because there's nothing else for me to do.
Yeah.
I don't have enough time to try and find, or try and tackle a story quest.
Huh?
Also, ever since I got my guitar, I've been learning Nightmare by Avenged Sevenfold. It lives up to its name. It's hard as shit. I would imagine so. I hope I can sleep tonight. Sleep tonight because there's a soccer match at 1 a.m. that our country participates in. Might get loud. Might get loud if we do well. Yeah, I would imagine so. Well, fingers crossed for you. Soccer? Yeah, the World Cup is going on right now.
Yeah.
I know I mentioned this when we were doing the summer event. I would love to one day go with my friends to a resort like this.
Yeah.
Oh! Oh, no. Ah, there we are. Okay, I got it. I figured it out. The continually more tiring... Hold the thought. I'll read that in a second. Oh. Oh, God. Oh, it's gonna be close. Oh, I did it! Oh, just barely. Ah. Anyway. I'm not pissed about calling it soccer football. Oh, I'm being... Oh, by doing this, you mean football. Like, it's genuinely more tiring that people try to make you call football while I'm in the chat of an American streamer. I mean, I don't care either way. Got your primos back and more from spending for Nicole? Nice. How? What? Financially recovered from the primo loss. The struggles of being free to play with garbage luck. Ah, that's fair. Yeah, so I was driving, I'm always driving during Crow's streams lately. Also, I feel like they need to redo how compasses work in old regions. The new ways are just so much more satisfying to deal with. Yeah, I really hope that they do at some point go and redo the compasses. Like, it should be, I imagine, easy enough to just, you know, if you use a compass in a region that has 90% plus exploration, then it just reveals everything. Hi, Neff. Well, fuck them too for having a good idea. I'm sorry, what? Oh, they're drunk. Well, time to sober them up. Someone tried to steal the booze. They didn't even put up a fight. That's funny. How you doing, Neff? How be your day?
Any booze in there? Pour me a cup.
Actually, honestly, for once, yeah. There probably was booze in there.
Huh?
Also, they did Polonia so dirty. I was never going to pull for Sandrone anyway. I'm a little saddened that Polonia is dead, but also I kind of get it. Like, people have explained, Sandrone not rebuilding Polonia because that was a lens creation. I am tired and my day was quite long. Randomly got called by Simora, though, which was super sweet. How are you guys? Who is Simora? That sounds familiar, but I don't remember off the top of my head. Everybody's dying of heat exhaustion. Or all the Europeans are. I'm gonna try for Sandrone. Same. I'm gonna be pulling for Sandrone, and then for probably some Sea Lolly constellations. It is 73 and cloudy here. Windows are down. Fucking gorgeous. I don't know what temperature it is right now. So mind explaining the 142 from your Varka? Or 142k? What do you mean? Like, I know that's the DPS. Hey, he slap. Yes, C6, but still. Well, no, that's the thing. My Varka is not C6.
Yeah.
How do I... Okay. Like, solo, how? Well, he wasn't doing that solo. He was with the team. So the team that I'm on. Let me finish this event and then I could break it down. Or not event, but like this mini game. Oh, for fuck's sake. Fuck. Woo! Just in time. Okay. No, not pretty fun. Your event sucks.
This loot's all yours.
Anyway, he does have Hexerite buff passively and auto infuses. That should help, right? Yes. What's your max hit with him? So the max hit is not crazy high. Here we can go. Let me go to the Miliastra that has the DPS test, and I'll showcase. So in your redeems, ban an in-game action. How far does the ban go? Like, can I ban anything? It's up to interpretation. Like, you're welcome to try to ban anything. But I may decline, depending on what it is. It's on a case-by-case basis. Circumstantial. That's what I'm looking for. Durin. The fuck are... There you are.
Increasing our combat strength? I'll do my best.
And... Prune.
Just so you know, I'm not here to play.
Hi, Phalos. How you doing today? If it makes him unable to play and just kind of stand AFK, then I imagine that's not really great. Yeah, sometimes I will just stand there and be like, we'll sit here for 5 minutes just as like a, protest. But otherwise, there's times where I'm like, nah, I'll pass. But yeah, so Varka's big thing is just, he is a hyper carry. You giga buff him with as much damage, like you pump as much damage into him as humanly possible and then go to town. Once everything is up and rolling, my Varka's got about 6,000 attack. He also has max crit rate, so he's got 100% crit rate and something like 300% crit damage. Essentially, the way the rotations work, you start by Durin, popping him in his light form, and then using his burst, so he both does passive damage over time and pyro-resistant shred. So that way, I'm doing more damage. Yes, he has hyper carry like the Nivelette. He hits many non-high damage constant hits. 300, yeah. Nicole pops her barrier, and she provides an attack buff, and her Q provides essentially like a second Varka to attack. So she's basically doubling Varka's attacks. Prune provides an attack buff on her own, as well as, I think, some resistant shred. I don't fully remember. But then also she's got Thrilling Tales of Dragon Slayers to provide even further attack buffs. So when we come back to Varka, his attack is basically doubled. So he is doing some big slaps. And then he just attacks like crazy. So here we go.
Stay back! Decay!
Heaven's will made mud. Ping-a-ling! Hammer time!
And then with Varka's kit, his E skill provides essentially an extra free attack when the cooldown resets on it.
Turning point?
Begone! Our little secret. Nowhere to run! Hammer!
Shred him! Up the ante!
has only just...
I think not. Heaven's will made that enough.
Ah, I forgot the bell.
Shred him! Shred him! Charge!
So we ended just shy of 150k. So 3 rotations did, what was that 11,266,000 damage? Of that, Varka did 10,371,000. So the vast majority of it comes from Varka. Largest hit in there was 235,000, which is par for the course. Like you said, Varka doesn't do a lot of big nuclear hits, but he does a lot of, you know, just that. Like, he averages around the 200 plus thousand per shot. Those rotations are super long, unlike Farina. Yes. One Farina copy has a win. That's pretty. That's some damage, all right. I meant that for any characters, including 4 stars, because once you get past C6, which is really only feasible with us for the rest of the 4 stars, you don't know how many times you got that character. I haven't checked that, but I know for a fact I have like C20 Xingqiu. I use a wish history
Weapons
tracker
need
so I can
regular
accurate.
maintenance.
Wait, there's a wish
Take good
history
care of
tracker?
them, and they'll take care of you when it matters most.
C33 official reigns over all. Can I see how many times I fucking pulled Yanfei? I despise Yanfei because of that. Because I've pulled her so many fucking times. What is this wish history tracker? I need to know. She does huge damage, but very slow because Monas, Shilonins, and Xianglings takes they take forever. That's fair. Return to Tibet. Does only go back up until whatever date the wish history tracks, unless you've been doing it since the start. So is it like, since I've never used it, it's not gonna show me? Or
On me.
Paimon.mo. Okay. Let me take a look. Wish counter? America server. Okay, that's a lot to that. I will worry about that later. By the way, I'm in the bottom 14% of wishers. That's how bad my luck is. There's a ranking for it. Used to joke Rosaria as my wife, because especially early game, she got wished so many times, and off banner too. She used to reign, and she is now only C27. Yeah, only. Ah, fine. Now I'm really curious. Okay, auto import. You don't need to see that.
Weapons need regular maintenance. Take good care of them, and they'll take care of you when it matters most.
Hmm. Frida wanted to be a real jokester, putting 67 and 69 in one number for her wish count. Eh. Okay, I'm just waiting for the checking link countdown timer.
I like to drink on occasion. Any and every occasion.
Oh, you know what? I need wish history open. That would help. Let me redo that. I did some steps out of order. So we're going to close that for a second. Nah, it just resets the timer. Shit. Okay. Whatever. Pete, you need the wish history. Yeah, I know. I read ahead. I'm sorry. I'm impatient. I don't know if it takes longer when it's the first time. It probably does. Here, we're gonna close that again so that I can move the window over to this side. Okay. Now, does it track all of the wishes, like all of the banners? Hello, welcome in. Chooses? Did I say that right? Hello, how are you doing today? How was your Thursday? And thank you for the follow. We're waiting for the wish tracker to load. I'm so curious to find out who I have pulled the most. Because I'm willing to bet that it is Yan Fei. Doing great, that's good. Are you a fan of Genshin as well? I got Bennett within 3 wishes on my EU account, but my 1,000 plus wishes on my main still haven't gotten Bennett. I mean, I got Dory for the first time like a month or two ago. We were all very confused on how I had somehow never gotten Dory. Played for 5 years. Hell yeah. Who is your favorite and or who is your main? I myself am a Varka main. I love him. Bennett is actually tied with Rosaria at C27. Jeezums. I'm very excited to see. Oh, there it goes. All right. Import. Zhao was my favorite, and my current main is Gaming. Nice. I have Gaming. He's on my list of characters to build because he seems very cool. He's very fun. I like his jumpiness. I assume then you have I was gonna say Shalonen, not Shalonen. Xianyun. I feel like she's sort of a standard requirement for Gamings. They need a ranking for Gaming on Akasha. I'm surprised they don't, actually. I just sort of assumed that every character would be on the Akasha system. Gaming is 46,204. His weapon does not give any crits. I mean, there's still a few days left. You could pull for Farina's, or not for Moika's weapon. It gives crit. Don's favorite is Xingqiu. Okay, looks like it does. Nah, I don't think it processes or registers every wish. There's no way I've only made 170 wishes on standard banner. I've been playing the game for 5 years, or for almost 5 years. Like, I feel like I've gotten more wishes than that, especially because there was a day where I accidentally, somebody gifted me a $50 gift card for PlayStation for my birthday, so I used it for wishes, and I accidentally dropped the $50 in wishes on standard banner wishes, on the Acquaint Fates instead of the, I don't know why I'm drawing a blank, but yeah, so that was unfortunate. Unless you used it from the start, because it'll memorize it. Wait, oh, it only goes back like 6 months or so? Oh. Well, that's a shame. I don't know, it seems to be going back pretty far. Character event banner times 1100. I don't know, we'll find out. We'll be able to tell how far back it goes based on who the 5-star characters are that it shows. Do I still need PowerShell open for this? I had that or a year. I don't know how far the in-game wish history goes. Now you close PowerShell? Okay, cool. Okay, it's done with the character event banner. 1,365 wishes. God damn. I know like half of that probably comes from the that period of time from Venti to Nicole where I just was getting the absolute shittiest luck. Where do you think, or wait, where do you rank on the 50-50 winners? Me? I don't know. We'll find out. Probably not high, because again, every banner from Venti until Nicole, I lost every single 50-50, and it took me almost the max amount of pity to succeed on every single wish. Like, I went through a run of just absolute garbage luck for a bit. Okay, imported wishes will be appended or replaced according to existing data. If you don't have any data saved before, your first wish will be counted as 1 pity. Wish to save data? Sure. Okay. Ah. Here we go. So is this 351 event weapon pulls, 5-star pity guaranteed? Okay, so that's my current pity, 4-star pity. Current pity's 31. I think that tracks. I've spent the equivalent of 218,000 primos on character event pulls. 170 chronicled wish, 20 pulls. Yeah, okay, so it doesn't track that far back because I know that I have done more than just this one's just tracking the chronicled banner, the Fontanian chronicled banner, where I got Navia. Top 6%? Wait, where do you see that? Oh, more pulls than 94% of Paimon.mu. Okay, I see. Luckless 50-50 win. Bottom 33%. Luckiness 5 stars. Top 28%. Luckiness 4 stars. Bottom 35. Now you see what I mean. This is what I mean when I say like my luck is either really fucking good or really fucking bad. The total pull thing, that makes sense. I do it a lot on stream, but I also do it a lot on off stream as well, where I will go the last like 2 to 3 days of a banner and just grind the ever loving fuck out of this game to get as many primos as humanly possible to power wish. So that tracks. Want to know something so heartbreaking? What would that be? Top 6% of wishers, rookie numbers. Yeah? Yeah, Gene, pity of one. I literally got Gene back to back from Moeka. 57. Yeah, see? We can fucking see it. This visualizes my luck. So, Zhongli 57, followed by Arlecchino 24. Then Venti's fucking banner comes. Tainari at 81, Venti 78, Mona 77, Columbina 79, Chi-Chi 75, Barca 77, Scafia 83, Tainari again 16, Skirk. And then we get to Nicole's banner and it sort of chills out. I didn't realize it took me so many wishes to get Durin. Huh, nice. I had a C5 arena. One day, 12 hours left on the banner. I lost to Tainari at 83. Then my two best friends clutched up. I would go nuts. I would be so upset. Standard banner, another fucking Chi-Chi, and then Primordial Jade, Winged Spear, and then Kutching. Yeah, Chronicled Wish, Navia. Okay. Funny thing is, I saw a screenshot on one of the Genshin subreddits. It was either Varka mains or Nicole mains, one of the two. Somebody showed this, and I had no idea what this was. I was like, what the fuck does that, what does that be? What does any of that mean? I understand now. No, Chi-Chi, sounds like you don't wish enough. I can't be mad at losing to Tainari. Dude just doesn't want to come. Me and my two best friends cried, bro. Like, legit cried at the face of that greedy little shit. Proud owner of an account with no... How do... I call bullshit. How the fuck do you have a Chi-Chi free account when I've got a fucking C5 Chi-Chi? This is cool, though. Also, you can tell where I did the bulk of my pulls. This right here, this is Nicole's banner. This was the Nicole and Durin banner. Anyway. Stop complaining or I toss my C6 Chi-Chi at your face.
Good one.
I mean, mine's gonna be C6 before long. I know it. Also, I lied to you, Don. My Temper Thyself is set for, Yaimiko. I thought I had her already, but apparently not. I forgot, it was Child and Jean that I did. God damn it, Chi-Chi will be good. I know. And I hate that Chi-Chi is going to be good now. Do Chi-Chi so you can get the level 95 thing. She's next. Much as I am loath to admit it, she is next. Because if I pull... oh, she's C4. I lied to you. I thought she was C5. Also, I despise Jean. Why? I like Jean. She's going to be on my Hydrovarca team. She stole 3 of my Farinas. 3. That's why I hate Chi-Chi. All but apparently 1 of my Chi-Chis came from the event banner. So I've lost 4 characters to Chi-Chi. I've also lost a bunch to Tainari, but I like Tainari. I had that problem with Mona. She's mostly dropped on my Kazuha losses. So I hate Mona. I've only got Mona twice. And the second Mona was relatively recent, too. Yeah, my goal... I'm gonna do... Also, D-Luke. D-Luke is a really recent one. Like, he's C2. I think all of his pulls that I've gotten have been in the last year. Like, in the last calendar year, I think. Actually, we just took a look at that. That might actually be a lie. Yeah, I think my plan is for to temper thyself if I get Sandrone, then I will pull for Chi-Chi. Because Chi-Chi is one of Chi-Chi is one of Sandrone's premier supports, at least for right now. Crow, please teach me how team costs work. I don't know how team costs work. Like, my number 1 team right now is Varka Premier Team, which was expensive. There's a lot of wishes. D-Luke is quite alright if you combine him with Crane Girl. I forgot her name. Xianyun, yeah. If you do D-Luke, Xianyun, Nicole, and just another Hexarai character, D-Luke can be really good. I found out Nicole... So, D-Luke's whole thing with his constellations is he does more damage when he takes damage, but Nicole's barrier absorbing that damage still counts as him taking the damage for his buffs. I want to see 6 D-Luke, but I keep getting characters I don't want. Does it count? Yeah, that's weird. Yeah. Real content? Not worth it. Mona's not coming to stuff like Abyss with me. She's just for showing off numbers and videos. That's fair. Like I said, Mona's going to be going in Hydrovarca team. My goal... I'm getting Yaimiko first because she is Sandrone's number 1 support. Then Chi-Chi will come next because Chi-Chi is her number 2 support. Escoffier is number 3, but I already have Escoffier, and Escoffier is not on this. Afterwards, I'll be pulling for Mona for Hydrovarca, and then after that, who the fuck knows? I guess I could show off my teams as well while I'm at it.
Get away from my desk.
Yeah, because you have characters. I have near no one of value, so I'm doing what I can with the characters I have. That's fair. I mean, so Don and I use Game8, the website Game8, for our team building. Well, we don't really talk about whether it's about newbie circumstances or not. I feel like I need to go through all the characters to see if there's anyone I actively dislike using. Yanfei. I actively dislike Yanfei. I have characters because I started since 2021. Same. A, I've started since 2021, and also B, I do a lot of big pushes. So I do a lot of pushes where when it's towards the end of a banner, I will do a stream, typically a long, like 8 to 10 hour stream, and I'll just invite people, usually Don and Ripto, to just come into my world and like, we're hunting for chests together. Help me find things. And then we just go on a big ass scavenger hunt and clear a region. We've done that for most regions. We have not done Sumeru yet because I shudder. But we'll probably end up doing that on one of the next banners. But that's a good way to get just a metric shit ton of primos really fast and blaze through. Like we did that when we did that for, I want to say it was Fontaine. We got close to 100 wishes from the sheer amount of primos that we found. That does make me think Changyu needs some buff too to make him more viable for team. There's a lot of old characters that need buffs to bring them up to, up to snuff. I want to join your world. Just do a couple glitches with you. But you're EU, aren't you? Aren't you on the EU server? Or am I crazy? I know Mirika is. Anyway, teams. These are the teams that I have. So I've got Pyrovarka, which is my most powerful team. Lunar A is my current second most powerful team. You are not? Oh, yeah. At some point. He's not on the list of buffed characters, but he might still benefit by proxy. Kind of like how, case in point here, despite only Columbina being a lunar character, all of these characters are buffed by lunar. Other characters may benefit from the stellar reaction just by virtue of having the element necessary to trigger it, as long as you've got a driver for it. So since Columbina converts, crystallize and electrocharged into lunar crystallized and lunar electrocharged, their power goes through the roof. So yeah, this is my second most powerful team. Team Malwika is the next one that I'm going to work on, just because, C Lolly's got a banner coming up. Oh, Crow question. Can I join your world? If you don't mind, of course. I got a couple glitches. Not right now, just because once I'm done going over all the teams, I'm going to be ending stream soon, because I got to go to work. But in the future, yes. I don't know what Sandrone's kit does, to be honest, besides the new reaction she adds. I also don't know what her kit does, but I want her all the same. Skirk team, pretty standard. I don't have Shenhe, so Xingqiu takes a slot. Lunar Navia. I was back and forth on whether I wanted Farina or Ilua here, but when I asked in the Navia main subreddit, the general consensus was because my Ilua is not C6, Farina is my best option here. Because Farina turbocharges Navia. So how is your Lunar A team better than both your Moika and Skirk team? The others are not built in any way, shape, or form. Like, in this team, Farina is the only one who's built. The ladies aren't even fully leveled. And same deal. Mawika is the only one that's fully built. Silali is kind of built. Bennett is kind of built. But Eonzon is not in any way, shape, or form built. Like right now, Silali's barrier is made of fucking paper. So this team doesn't have the sustain necessary. Crow has many unbuilt characters. Yes, I do. Yeah, not having C6 Ilua, what makes my Lunar Navia not do great as well? Let me test your ball knowledge real quick. What sands do you have on Moeka? I'm pretty sure she has pyro damage plus. Check. Yeah. Pyro damage bonus, 44.6%. Crit damage, Elma. I need to redo some of her artifacts. They're not the best. Chiefly ones like this. This one fucking sucks. Like, she still does damage. I can put her on a better team. Like, I did a team where it was, I think, Mawika, Seat Lolly, Nicole, and Prune, and she did over 1 million damage. Like, I got the 1,000,000+ crit out of Mawika. So Mawika herself does stupid damage, even with not crazy good. You should definitely give her an energy recharge. Yeah, clearly I needed to dump everything into energy recharge. I failed to get Linnea. I always love getting healers and shielders. Same. I love good supports. I was really upset that I failed to get Zabai. I lost the Zabai banner 50-50 at like 80-something pity, and then ran that pity up into the 80s again. I was so fucking pissed, especially now knowing that Zabai is the strongest DPS. Like, with the full premiered Zabai team, she is at the top of the charts. That upsets me. Anyway, soon to be Team Sandrone. Is she though? I'm pretty sure she is. Hydrovarka team. It's interesting. This is also, I've mentioned this before. This is the thing that I pissed off Reddit because of. I made Reddit upset over this team because someone was like, "Is this the best Hydrovarka team?" And I'm like, "Yeah, this is his best team," because Farina gives him big power buff. Mona gives some power buff and also provides Hexerai, and then Jean provides some power buff but also direct healing, so that Farina's fanfare can fully be taken advantage of. And people were like, that's not, it doesn't have Prune, it should be Mona and Prune and whatever. And actually, I got actually'd so much. It was really funny. People say not to get Sandrone because she isn't that good, but like, I think they're saying that because she didn't meet their expectations. Yeah, anybody who says character isn't that good, odds are they're saying that because the character doesn't meet, Nefer or Zabai damage levels. Not everybody needs to be Godslayer damage. Also, yes, that's what they said about Varka. Though, to be fair, they have constantly buffed the shit out of Varka since his beta. So, which I am okay with. I'll never say no for high levels of Varka. But also, I say, fucking, if you like the character, pull them. I pulled Varka mostly because I love the shit out of him. I think he's a great character, and he's very fun. He's very flippy. He slides around a lot. He's a very mobile DPS. Bro moves so much. And he's a big himbo. He's a big dork. But also, bro hits like a fucking truck. But also, yeah, like, a lot of his power has come after the fact. Like, they released Varka, and he was just good. And then as they've added more and more Hexerai support, like when they added Pruitt and Nicole, he jumped into being top 5. Like, he is one of the best now. And I imagine the same thing is what's going to happen with Sandrone, where she'll be good, and then they'll release more supports, and they'll make her really fucking good. He's built like a truck. I'd expect him to hit like one as well. He doesn't hit like a truck. He legitimately is a truck. Yeah, no kidding. I got Varka just because I thought he was cool, but I'd also just use Venti as a main DPS. I was like Varka, but I decided not to get him because I'm going for Sandrone. That is fair. But yeah, Hydro Varka team. Believe it or not, despite this not being Varka's premier team, the damage numbers from Hydro Varka aren't that far off. Like Hydro Varka, specifically because of Farina, thanks to Farina's like fanfare buffs, Varka can output some pretty good damage. Hi, love. How you doing? Venti carried me so much early game. He deserves a spotlight. Cryo Varka. This is the one that I really want to be good, but realistically, I think is technically Varka's worst team. I think if I remember correctly, Cryo Varka does the least amount of damage of any of his teams. But it's the one that everybody is there. There's hope. I will say there is hope. This one is subject to change because there is going to be a stellar swirl reaction that's coming. That will be, you know, cryostellar, and there is so much hopium going on in the Varka subreddit that Varka will benefit from Stellar Swirl and will finally get the Cryo Varka team. You have no idea how much the Varka mains really want Cryo Varka to happen, including me, but this is what we get right now. I have Venti in there, even though realistically Prune is probably the better option, just because I want Venti to have a team. I pulled hard enough to get him. He deserves a slot. Not heard people say that, but I've also don't really use Genshin social media. I also don't see anybody saying like, oh, Farina fell off. She's just sort of omnipresent. And then there's Electro Varka. In my opinion, the redheaded stepchild of the Varka teams. The black sheep of Varka element infusions. This one's just kind of here. Like, Fischl is there because we need... Is Varka Hexerai? Yes, he is. Like, Fischl's here, A, because we need the Hexerai buff, and also B, her Hexerai buff makes her sort of necessary, from what I've seen. Venti, again, here to give him a team. And then Eonzon is just here for her buff because, as I said, Varka fucking moves. He slides around so much. He generates enough movement for Eonzon's buff to properly kick in. Why is he Hexerai? Pretty sure it's just because he's friends with the witches. Yeah, basically, yes. Like, he is friends with the Hexenzirkel and has done stuff with and for them, so that makes him Hexerai as a result. And also because, you know, he passed their trials, their test, whatever, by himself. He's proven himself to the Hexenzirkel. And then getting beyond that, we've got teams that are just kind of here that I will maybe get around to doing eventually, but realistically probably not, given how long it's fucking taking me to build Varka's team. So, Team Father, Team Clarand, Team Mualani, Kinich, Rio. Which Rio's getting a buff, so this team might change. Risley's getting a buff with the new stellar reactions. Neverlet, Child, which I specifically use this team for the witches trial. Niwa, Gaming, Overcharge A, which honestly I might get rid of this team at some point. And then a travel team. When are the buffs coming out? Next week. Coming out Tuesday. Imagine you'll add Yaimiko to Rio's team. Probably. Can I say, I'm so happy that Yai Miko's getting a buff. I love Yai. She was one of my earliest 5 stars, and she was one of the first ones that I built. I used Yai for a long time until I got Raiden Shogun. Uh, so yeah, my Yai is actually built. Like, she's actually really strong. I think she's top 60 something percent on Akasha. But she's just been power crapped. So the fact that she's going to be made relevant again and I can use her again makes me so happy. I put my freebie 5-star in Chi-Chi to make her C7 to buff Lenny. Yeah. I'm going to have to wait until the to temper thyself resets before I can do that. Unless I fail another 50-50 and get Chi-Chi again. I guess I would have to do that twice. That doesn't matter. I've never gotten the idea of a no-wish account. I did that till AR-56. Why would people do no wishes? I got Yai just for the Tainari. I couldn't... Wait. I got Yai just for the Tainari. I couldn't get for the longest time, but by the time I got Tainari, he kind of fell off as being feasible. Yeah, that's fair. For memes and glory. Fair enough. You know who needs a buff? Xingqiu. I can't even finish that statement. Yeah, Xingqiu, definitely. You know who needs a buff? Varka. Varka needs another buff. I won't be happy until Varka is the #1 DPS. Puff. Cat. Hello, Crystal. Chunk. A chunk. The only 2 characters that genuinely want and couldn't get are currently Inefa and Linnea. I have Inefa's spear. I don't remember who Inefa was running. Inefa was running with somebody as a rerun, so I passed on Inefa. I think it was Columbina. Until Varka is the #1 DPS support sub DPS. Exactly. See, you get it. Bring to C6 to bring back her 7th attack. Bring Hu Tao to her former glory. Meow, meow, meow. Got something on your eye, baby. Good enough. He was my favorite character since the start of the game. I remember when the game first launched, Xingqiu was considered B tier. Wait, really? And Ayaka, like, holy shit. Honestly, with how many people had Ayaka because of the endless banner, they would make a lot of people happy by buffing her. I'm surprised he became your favorite, though, if you've seen his shorts. Meow, 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 meow. Okay, but like the shorts. Also, they need to nerf Linnea. Nah. We had talked about this before of, I don't think that the solution to the power creep is nerfing characters. Because even if they do go through and they nerf the like lunar reaction characters, that still leaves an issue of the end game, like monsters and shit, like the bosses, will just be harder to deal with. All they need, yeah, they need to buff like anything that it has been power crept out of relevance. All of the characters that no longer matter, they need to do like the Hexrai, and they need to buff characters to bring them up into the new meta. I love how they never buffed Xinyan. To be fair, I think they forgot Xinyan existed. I constantly forget that Xinyan exists. She's barely a character. I think the only person who's less of a character than her is Aloy. Fun fact, Fontaine Xingqiu is slightly taller by Xingqiu. They gave him heels. Slightly taller than Bei Xingqiu. I knew you were going to say Aloy. Well, because she's unfinished. They released her as a promo and then just never did anything with her again. She doesn't even have constellations. Xinyan didn't even have any role in anything ever until one of the more recent events, despite being basically a base game character. Not only that, like, she felt like she was just shoehorned in there. Like, she had no real purpose for that event. Somebody at Hoyo was just like, oh yeah, we forgot about her. When was the last time we used her in an event? We used her in an event? Let's use her in this event. Aloy was just a collab and forget. To be fair, though, Xinyan is probably one of the worst characters in the game. Right down there with Amber. Imagine a day when Amber gets a buff. Yo, imagine if they giga buff Amber and make her one of the top DPS. I want it so much. Mostly because imagine all of the fan art that would come of fucking Chad, like, giga buffed Amber. Like, Amber that's built like the Incredible Hulk, no neck, you know, like a sideways fridge waddling around, just rippling muscles on muscles. I see that a lot. I say that because I saw an art of that from the Varka subreddit. Let me see if I can find it, actually. Because it made me laugh so hard. Let's see. r/Varka. Bear with me for 1 second here. There's a really funny art piece that I saw. Also, the amount of people that thirst over Varka is insane in that subreddit. Maybe it was in the Nicole subreddit. Hold on. Sorry, bear with me. I'm like hyper fixated on trying to find this piece. No. Okay. I don't know where it is. If I find it while I'm at work, I'll share it in the Gotcha Gremlins channel in the Discord. Okay, let me catch up. Let's see. Amber has a great kit, but just does not have the stats to back her up. I do remember there was a way to get Amber pretty good. I just forgot. Also, her skills don't actively buff the team, which they really should. As buff support, she can be good at shield breaking because her burst does quick fire application, but then it's not about her damage output. I think the tall men are most thirsted overall, which I guess is fair. They're the confirmed adults. Yeah, that's fair. Well, there are exceptions. I've not seen many thirsting over Baiju, even though he got his snake out. I'm sorry, dude, but you're not going to be bad. That's fine. I do like using Baiju. He's been great for me. Oh, boy. Does it echo like Baiju? I think so. Probably. Alright. Well, I'm going to call it, because it's late.
Weapons need regular maintenance. Take good
I
care of them, and they'll
need to
take
get ready
care
for
of
work.
you when it matters most.
Thank you, Varka. So, we say we raid, yeah? Good luck. Thanks for the stream. Of course. Appreciate you being here. Sorry it wasn't a super long stream, but let's see. Let's do... I don't know if they still play Genshin or not, but...
I like to drink on occasion.
Uh,
Any and every occasion.
I know Hades
Good one.
used to play, Nah, you know what? Let's raid Ian. Ian's a big streamer. He's a big boy. But I've known Ian for a while. But Ian's playing a slightly different gacha game called Infinity Nikki. But I know Ian also plays Genshin. So, let's go say hi. Also, Ian's just one of my favorite people on Twitch. Ian is like positivity given human form. If you don't know what I mean, you'll see what I mean. Ian is one of the happiest, kindest people you will ever meet. Like, you might start throwing up rainbows. You'll see. Anyway, copy the raid message, share the love, enjoy your guys' day, and I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's stream is going to be a little bit different in that we're going to spend time, like, making redeems and shit. We're going to come up with the ideas for things for you guys to spend your points on and